Alright guys, now is the moment. It's time for the results of the votes for the next career mode squad that I will be working with in my new career mode series. So, let's go through the four options that we had. We had Real Zaragoza, we had 1860 Munich from Germany, obviously Zaragoza's from Spain, and we then had two British clubs or English clubs, Wolves and Reading. Now you guys have been voting for so long now, it's been 2 days pretty much. I know that's an extra day. I said I'd do it the next day, but I decided to give it just a little bit more time so everyone could register a vote. And I can tell you now there is a clear winner, but I wanted to do some research before we go in here because something's popped up that someone mentioned on Twitter, and I think it's a good point. So let's take a look at the scores. So on screen you will see now my last, I think it's 6 videos there. If you look at the you have voted for videos, the 4 at the bottom, you will see Zaragoza there got basically 7,000 views and just over 1,200 likes. We're not looking at dislikes or anything like that, just the likes and the views. Now, you're probably thinking there, what's wrong with that? Well, think about it. If I did it by views, some guy could have sat there refreshing the screen and got it loads of views, you know? So what I decided to do was take into account the likes as well. So it's not just the views now, it's both. So Zaragoza there, in total, we're going to call it 7.2k, roughly. Then you can see underneath that, Wolves is the clear winner in the views, okay? Almost 10,000 and almost 1,700 likes as well. So that is probably the clear winner there. You can see Reading with 8,000 views on the dot and just under 2,000 likes. So it's a little bit of a weird one, this. Wolves has more views, but Reading has more likes. So you can see where the original idea is a little bit biased because probably a guy really wanted Wolves and he refreshed it a few times, which obviously wouldn't be fair. We've got 1860 Munich at the bottom there, which is the least favourite in terms of likes, but has more views than Real Zaragoza. So it's a little bit of an odd one. But what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to round it down to 2, and then I'm going to quickly decide now in this video after looking at some of the players that will be involved. So it's between Wolves and Reading. So thank you so much for voting. Well done, Wolves, and well done, Reading. Fantastic. So here I'm on FIFA Fanatic. I will put a link in the description. This website is absolutely awesome. It is basically a database of all the players in career mode. And in this one, we have the best young players from the winter upgrade that EA rolled out. So what we're going to do is type in Wolves, or just Wolf, and you'll see here it will show some players that have great potential. And you'll see here we've got Sacco, the left midfielder, has a potential of 80. We have Griffiths, the striker, potential of 76 from 69, which is pretty good. We have Henry on the right, goes up to 75. Bear in mind, these are all averages, and you can actually exceed these potentials or not get it because you don't play as well or as much as they need to. Jacobs on the left can go up to 75, and Evans, the midfielder, can go up to 75 as well. A growth of 17. Now we'll check out Reading, and I think Reading will have more. Yeah, so you can see Reading have a little bit of a better squad, I guess. We have McCarthy, the goalkeeper, who can go up to 80, that is Premier League level. That really is. We have Pearce, one of the best centre-backs out of all of the 4 choices, I reckon, up to 77. We have Williams, the defending midfielder there, up to 77. We have Obita, up to 77. And then we have 3 75s, Morrison, Akpan and Tanner. So it's a very decent squad, but I'm not done there. At the moment, we can safely say Reading is doing better. However, if you go to good lower league players, you're going to have more here as well. So let's do this now. I'm actually going to extend the window a bit so the name doesn't, the club name doesn't take 2 lines instead of 1. So we go back to Wolves. It's still doing it. God darn it. Hang on. I'm going to stretch it out a bit more. Can it do it? No, it's being gay. Never mind. I'll just bring it back in. So we've got a lot of players here, actually. We have Davis, Barth, Stearman, McAlinden. We have Sigurdarsson, Dicko, Goulbourne, Doherty, Ford and Cassidy. They all go from 69 up to 74 as their potential. So again, a nice set of players there. And let's have a look at Reading. I think, again, it's probably going to beat it. yeah, there are some better players in the Reading squad. We've got Karachan there, Gunter, Robson, Carnu, Keown, Cummings, Blackman, Hector, Taylor and Shepherd, all going from 68 to 74. So based on what we're looking at here, I think you could argue that Reading do have the better squad. But now I've got to weigh up the fact that Wolves are in League One and therefore would need 2 promotions, and Reading are in the Championship and therefore would need only 1 promotion. So I've got to weigh up which one is going to be the better idea for a series. Now, my original thoughts were Wolves would be brilliant because, like I said, I do have to take them further. However, the downside is I'm not like some career mode guys out there on YouTube who rush through it. I like to take my time, and each episode maybe has 4 games max. So therefore, doing 2 seasons can actually take quite a while in real life time. So technically, Reading would maybe be less boring quickly, if you know what I mean. Whereas the Wolves one could get boring kind of fast. So it's a really difficult one, and I am thinking maybe Reading is the better choice here, guys. I'm thinking maybe Reading is the better choice. I think what I'm going to do is, at the end of this video, I'm going to play a game on World Class, a 4-minute match, or 4-minute halves, with both Wolves and Reading, and I will decide which one I like most. But there's the little bit of research into the squad. Reading clear winners there, but Wolves was voted the most. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma here. Feel free to leave a comment, and let's get into the matches. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to play the first half, a game with Reading against, I think it's Barnsley I picked, at Moulton Road. I'm using a new camera angle, by the way. Let me know what you think about this. I'm actually thinking of using this in the new series. It looks so different. Makes FIFA feel like a completely new game. But yeah, anyway, let's get on with this match and see what I think about Reading. So bear in mind, this is a big decision for me. I'm going to be playing with this team, whatever I pick, for probably at least 2 months. So I've got to make sure it's the right team. And this is some nice movement. Go through Gunter. Oh, no way. I almost scored straight away. Lafondra. He looks like he could be a very good player. And we almost scored straight away here. Very good defence. I've got a good wingers as well. I've got Karachan in the middle. He looks like a very good midfielder. Let's see if we can get a cross in here. Oh, that's a good cross. That is a very good cross. We are all over Barnsley at this point. You know, I've got to take into consideration as well the fact that because I'm already a championship team, I have got more money. I think the budget is something like 12 point something million, which is really nice, and it does mean I'll be able to make this squad mine a lot quicker than I would with Wolves. The problem with Wolves would be the budget is obviously lower. It's only 4 million, and obviously I'd have to go through 2 leagues, which, oh, that was a very good shot, which would take a lot longer, and it means I wouldn't be able to put my stamp on the team very fast. So I don't know, it's such a difficult decision. I really am struggling with it. At the moment I'm swaying towards Reading, because technically it won the vote on likes but not on views. But again, views could have been easily, you know, changed by some individuals refreshing the screen and things like that. Luckily only one account can like, you know, 1 like per account, so that's kind of more realistic. And Reading won that. Let's see if we can get another attack going here. Karachan, go on, son. Oh, what a pass from him. He's a monster, that player. Cross it in. Ah, come on, Lafondre. Let's go back. Oh, that was close. So far, so good. I'm liking the team. I like this pitch. And I like the fact the net's blue and white. Kind of suits the kit. Hang on, I'm trying to get it. There we go. Lovely from Pearce. Remember, he has a potential of 77, which again, it's not the best in the world, but that is Premier League level for most of the clubs in the Premier League. There are lots of worse defenders, that's for sure. And this team still has loads of room for improvement, especially a cam. I definitely need to buy a cam at some point because my one is Guthrie and he's already 25 and he's only, I think, 73 overall, so there's definitely room to get a better one there. For God's sake, how have I not scored yet? This is ridiculous. Also, I would go for a left back. I think possibly, I don't think I need a CDM, but maybe like a backup winger who can play as CF as well. You know, there is room for lots of improvements in this squad. It's not going to be my squad's done super quick. Whereas Wolves, I think, oh my God, how has he missed that? With Wolves, I would need a lot more players, so I guess you could say there is a potential to make my Wolves team much more my own. But just because I've got some good players in this team doesn't mean eventually I replace them or they want to leave, so I don't think you can take that too much into consideration because, well, you can change any team. This is going to test my defence. They're so slow on the ball. No. Great shot there from Dawson. So what are my thoughts so far? In terms of the team going forward, I think the 4-2-3-1 really suits it. Having outright wingers helps. My passing's good, 87%, not too bad. I do have an injury of McCleary still, but that's alright. Not really affecting him. Over the top. Oh, go on, son. Go on. I think it's Akpan, isn't it? Oh, it's back in. Oh, he almost got through. I like the striking options I've got. I've got a good striker in Lafondre. I've also got a good defensive midfield. Here goes Lafondre. Oh, go on. Oh, what a tackle from Ramage that was. That was very good indeed. And I think I've got a nice balanced team that will score lots of goals. And also, realistically, it wouldn't be unrealistic to get promoted in my first season. Whereas Wolves, I might actually not be able to get up into the Premier League straight away from the Championship. It might take 2 seasons. Oh, there we go. Lafondre. So with Wolves, it could be a 4-season series, which is way, way too long. I don't like doing that. What the hell's up with the screen there? Jesus Christ. It's like someone's thrown a flare on the pitch or something. But there you go. We got our goal. First half goal. Well, hey. And it is the main man, Lafondre, who I would definitely be keeping hold of. What a player. Seems like a very good player. Never used him on FIFA before, so there you go. And that is it, guys. Right, we're going to switch over to Wolves and see what we think of that team. Now it's time for match number 2. Obviously, we are now in the Football League 1, and Wolves is the team we'll be playing here against Colchester as well, in the rain. Now, what I will say instantly is I prefer the Wolves kit. I love the kit, and I know that isn't much of a decision changer, but for me, just as much as I like playing with certain players, I also like the team to look cool, and I think a kit is a big part of that. That's a lovely pass. Can I keep it in the rain? No, I can't. But anyway, it's not too much of an issue. The Reading kit's fine. It's just, I don't know, I kind of like the Wolves kit. I do kind of like it. It's a nice colour. Right, so straight into the team. We do play in the 4-2-3-1 again here. And again, it seems like every player I've got fits into this formation very nicely. And there is far more potential to improve this squad compared to Reading. There are more players that I would need. How the hell did I not get the ball there? Including things like I would definitely need a left back eventually. I would definitely need a striker as a backup. I would need a defensive midfielder. There are a few players out on loan from Wolves in the career mode, and one of them is a midfielder who I could bring back. He's from Mali. He's a massive 6'4" midfielder. Go on. Oh, not bad there. And he could be a very good option for me to just bring back from being on loan. So therefore I wouldn't need a signing there. Oh, another chip pass coming through. Nope, never not. Maybe not. Colchester don't look too good, do they? I mean, I saw their recent form on the game. It was like 4 losses in 6 or something. Not doing too well. Anyway, in terms of defence, I really like the Wolves' defence. Although I really like the Reading one as well. Oh, fucking hell, this is going to be such a difficult decision, isn't it? The thing with the Reading defence is they're both very tall and very similar. With, sorry, did I say Reading? I meant Wolves. With Stearman, is it Stearman and Bath? I think it might be. I need to check that in case I'm getting them mixed up. But they're both very similar. I like to have a big guy. So there's Bath and there's Stearman, yeah. I like to have, kind of like what Arsenal have, kind of like a sweeping centre-back like Koscielny, and then a big brick house like Mertesacker, someone impossible to get through. And Wolves don't have that, so maybe a possibility of bringing in a centre-back to do that job. Whereas Reading kind of have that. They got 2 tall centre-backs, but one of them's quite quick, or quicker, and can provide that Koscielny type defence that I need, where he's a bit quicker on the ball, or getting to the ball, I should say. Midfield is definitely not as strong as Reading's. The Reading midfield is, I'd argue, much better, especially in the defensive compartment. Defensive midfielders are very strong. Hang on, I'm going to be a bit sweaty here. Oh dear, what a goal that is. That's a very nice goal there. We've got Dicko up front, Is he as good as Lafondre? Will he be as exciting to play with? I don't know. You can see where my dilemma is, right, guys? Like, I honestly don't know who I'm going to pick. It's so difficult. And I don't really want to put it down to a vote because at the end of the day, I'm the one who's got to play with it. So I need to decide, do I prefer Reading or do I prefer Wolves? Oh, man. I hate it so much. I hate deciding things like this. Oh, dear. Poor defence. There we go. Oh, my God. I just bumped into my own defender. I would need a keeper, I think, for Wolves because Hennessy's just left, hasn't he? So I won't have him. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Reading didn't concede, so maybe I should pick them. Nah, I'm not going to base it off that. It's a corner, you know. How many times do you concede a corner? What the fuck? Do your stretches then, mate. Oh, this is tough. I'm enjoying this, but I enjoyed Reading as well. I think, if I'm honest, guys, I'm enjoying this a bit more. I think the possibility is that Wolves would be more fun. I need help, I really do. I need like a definitive answer given to me based off something that's bad, like Reading has something wrong with it. You know, I need something like that to make me just decide. Hang on, where are we going to go with this one? Oh, it's beautiful. No! Just trying to get it through. Oh, hang on, mistake there. Come on, Price. Oh, hang on, let's come back out. Here goes Henry. Oh! Henry is a beast. He is such a good right midfielder. Potential 70-something. I think 75, was it? Something like that. Oh! Oh, so close to scoring the second there. I can't believe in a few minutes the game's going to be over and then I've got to make a decision. A lot of you will be sitting there thinking, it's not hard, just pick one. It's not like that. It's got to be a good team. It's got to be the right team. It can't be someone that I regret picking. Right. One team I remember doing in the spur of the moment, just picked it and did it, and that was Napoli, and I really regret picking Napoli because that series was fun to start with, but my God, it got so boring for me. So I just don't want to make that mistake again. Henry's making a run. What a pass. Get it back in. Oh. Oh, I've got that. Surely, come on, Doherty. Right, here's Henry again. He's getting on the ball a lot, and that's half time. Right, so that's the end of the matches, guys. I only wanted to do a half each, otherwise this video would be way too long. Oh, fuck. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, man. Do I go for Wolves or do I go for Reading? Wolves or Reading? Wolves or Reading? You know what, guys? I like both. And to be honest, I'd be happy to do either. So I'm going to have to do this. I will put a link in the description to a vote, a poll. And that is it. Whichever wins that, I'm done and I'm picking it. Now, I know some of you will be annoyed because I've gone back on my word saying that the one with the most views wins. But the thing is, guys, it was wrong to do that. It had to be the likes. So technically, Reading's won. But I don't want to discount Wolves because technically they won in the first place. So I'm going to have to do this. Please click the link in the description. It'll be to a voting website. All you have to do is select the team that you want me to play. Reading or Wolves. Oh, God. All right. Thank you, guys.